Remember how the pandemic's suddenly over and it was the Ukraine and then it was Pride Month? Well, now we're back to pandemic again because they've only got a few tricks. And the cucks at San Diego Comic Con are trying to ruin your time. All right, we'll get to that in a second. My name is John Delarose. I am a #1 best-selling author and award-winning comic creator. I've been to San Diego Comic Con. I stopped going because it's just insufferable. I've actually spoken on panels there a couple of times. It's been a lot of fun. And I have made Overmind. This is a great comic book. It's good stuff. It's way better than anything you'll see from Marvel and DC these days. We really are a cut above. We have a beautiful, beautiful book with an elegant story. If you love science fiction, if you miss the way that Star Wars and Star Trek used to be, the way that, Marvel and DC used to be, this is it. We're bringing it back here. We're regressing. We're taking away all their identity politics crap, sucking it right out, and just building a beautiful book and a story with action, adventure, and fun for you for the most part. That link's in the description below. Hit that, please. And, of course, back us. Let's get us to 30,000. I appreciate you guys. And we'll get into the story today. San Diego Comic-Con announces their COVID policy. What is this? Is this 2020 again? Yes, it is. It's 2022, the sequel. And so everybody's going to have to go into hot July, San Diego, California. And they're going to have to stand there and they're going to have to wear their masks and sweat, breathe into that, deal with that. I couldn't even imagine wanting to go at this point. Here's the policy that they set. Here it is. We're excited to be gathering in person once again. For that to happen, Comic-Con has a few policies we must all follow so that they are necessary for safety and comfort of everyone. We appreciate your cooperation in helping make Comic-Con a place that everyone can enjoy. Health and safety. Everyone attending Comic-Con will be required to wear an approved face covering. Not just any face covering, an approved one, my friends, regardless of vaccination status. In addition to wearing an approved face covering, you will be required to provide verification of a full COVID-19 vaccination status or a proof of negative COVID-19 test within 72 hours. Now, it's interesting as we know that the vaccine at this point really doesn't stop the transmission of COVID. So I don't know why they have these like archaic policies where they're trying to make people go out there and submit proof of negative tests if they don't have it. But, oh my gosh, it seems like they just want to oppress the fans and make it a terrible experience for everybody. Now, San Diego Comic-Con is cluttered. It is like crowded. It's awful. If you've ever been down to the floor down there or tried to get in line for Hall H at one of those conventions, oh my God, it is just a nightmare. People smell. I wish they'd actually put on something different with this and say, you're required to shower and use hand sanitizer and wash your hands when you use the restroom. That would be a little bit more sane of a policy, but they're not requiring that. The mask is what's important. So when you get that smell of that geek sweat of somebody who hasn't showered in 3 days, it's just going to linger right under your approved face covering. You're going to have to smell it forever. Oh my gosh, it's disgusting and it's sad. Honestly, the mask thing is ridiculous. It's crazy at this point. The fact that they're checking COVID vaccine. If you think about this, like, what does it mean? Like, are you boosted or are you not? I mean, so they never check that. Just the original, which doesn't make sense because there's a different variant going around that doesn't actually apply to that at all. None of this stuff ever makes sense. It's just a liability move. And they probably just got told by some like big major conglomerate insurance company that they don't want to risk having an outbreak and being liable for that, et cetera, et cetera. And so they make these crazy policies just for that, just to show that they did something, right? We did something. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if it doesn't actually protect people, even if like the whole idea of cramming 100,000 people into a small space like that just begs people to get sick, regardless of all this stuff, because masks don't really stop transmission of things like this, as we know. It's crazy. But that's it. That's Comic-Con right now. I wonder if people are going to drop out over this. I know I wouldn't want to go and sit there for hours, for 10 hours a day in line somewhere where it's hot out and wearing a mask, trying to get into a room where there's air conditioning so that people can actually talk and still have to wear that mask, which then has a bunch of sweat on it. Just sounds like unfun. And Comic-Con, well, it's supposed to be about fun. So, oof. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't think these things really have any relevance anymore. I mean, you can buy everything you want on eBay or Amazon or whatever. You can have panels where people talk about writing. You can watch it on my show. I've got a nice panel with Chuck Dixon and Mike Barron and Mike Miller, some great comic professionals every Tuesday. Do we even need Comic-Con at this point? Leave a comment down below with what you think. Hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, back a great comic book, Overmind, today. See you.